Hey everybody, welcome to Planet Coaster. Well, I'm pretty much going to do this as a park tour for now, but I had started this park a while back, and then for some reason I decided to actually record stuff. If you can't tell, it's been going for a while because of the money value down there, and plus how long it's been. Um, so pretty much just going to do a little quick tour around the park and everything, and show you what I got going on. And then maybe I'll show you the coasters individually at some point. Because if I do it now, it'll probably take me forever to actually showcase each coaster individually and what I got going on. So, do a little park tour pretty much. The beginning of the park, this little plaza I built so I just realized that's what that was there actually. So we're gonna move that there for now. So, that literally caught my eye out of nowhere. So, pretty much we have a little plaza which I just learned how to build and make those work or make them a little bigger. I basically had to modify stuff that was already here, so I just kind of made something and created it. We have a little gift shop here in the beginning, which I kind of started this off how I'd always go to Hershey Park when I was a kid, and they had like a little gift shop. They have gift shops, and they had all kinds of stuff in the beginning before you even got to some of the rides to check out and kind of promote the fact that they're a candy place and all that. So we have that there, and then we have two flat rides. I redid this whole side of the park. This actually the Hats Fantastic and Looney Balloons deal here used to actually sit like the this building over here that has the first aid and bathrooms there. They used to sit the same way because it used to be straight shot, and then when I figured out how to do this, I redid stuff and started changing the way I built stuff a little bit, and I like it a lot better. So we have these two rides here. Over the Top is what I named the Insanity one right here, and then this one's just called Roundy Round because I just kind of threw a name on it. We have another ride over here, which I don't think I named this one yet. Oh, I called it Edge Runner. These don't always have a themed name. Sometimes they're just name what comes to my mind, and because it was built on the edge of the park, basically down here, I just kind of called it Edge Runner. Uh, just kind of flipped in my head that way. We have the little pirate ride here, the Whirly Rig, um, and that one has never really changed its name actually, or gave it a name, but it's been sitting here for since the park started. It not the greatest design maybe for its queue lines and whatnot, but it works. Further down the park, we have our first roller. We have our first, well, not our first, but because this one's the first one you can get to. But that's actually my fourth coaster I built, so this one got kind of shoehorned in the side here. Um, this is the first coaster I built, and it's been redone at least 4 times now. Um, it's first time I changed the hills and minor details, and then like the second or third time, it got shifted. It used to actually sit to where the track came across the main stretch here to turn around and come back to the station. So the station actually used to sit a lot different, and it bothered me to a point where I finally redid it, and I turned it to where the it turns around over here now and swings back in. It never had that much room there before, and that took a little bit of convincing to figure out how to snake around an existing ride here and redo what I had. Um, so I'll show more of that the ride the coasters off in a different video, whatnot. Then our second coaster we built in the park was actually the Arrow coaster here. Uh, so that was built, and then the teacups was also built at around the same time, I think. Uh, and it was put here, and then I put this ride basically around it. Um, and then it actually had a different way of coming through here. It still had the zero G roll here, but it did this wasn't here. So I basically threw a flat ride under a zero G roll because why not? While probably unrealistic, it was just kind of it worked that way. And oddly, I'm all about shoving as much into a small area. Like the thing about when I don't know if it's just me, but when I build stuff, I try to do that whole thing like um, Hershey Park has that real uh, a bunch of rides in a small area kind of thing, and that's just like what I know for parks because that's where I've always gone. It's like when I go there, it's like you have a bunch of flat rides and a couple coasters in between of all the flat rides, and it's just ride after ride after ride after ride is in the area. You know, when you turn, there's always a ride nearby, whether it be a kiddie ride, um, whether it be a coaster, whether it be one of the, like a sky type ride, or like one of those gentle rides that are like it's like a ski lift style ride. I forget the name of that ride actually. Um, then but if we continue further back into the park here, we have another deviation here. We can go different directions. We have a B&M style coaster over here with it sits above one of our buildings again. It's based off the rival design, and it is they named it Joyride. It's the longest coaster I have in the park at this time, I do believe. We have two flat rides, the Hyperspin on the far side here, and then Wild Blue, which I call this one Ace, and this one still has the Hyperspin name. Haven't really changed that. And then on this side we have the Tri-Storm style, which they recently added to the game, so that's why and I basically put it here. It's referred to as Insaniac. I just said first thing. Sometimes it's the first thing, or a couple times I think through, and that's what I come up with a name for it. So, and then we have a water ride back here, which I'm kind of set on, but not so set on. So it might change its design a couple times until I'm happy with it. So that's where this sits at and whatnot. Recently did this design, still working on getting things how I like it. Other than that, that's pretty much it with the park and whatnot. There's not too much more to it. I said I'll definitely show off more of the rides on their own little videos and stuff like that to show you how they go and give you a little on board of them and whatnot. So that's pretty much the park, and I hope you enjoyed a little tour of the park. And like I said, I'll show the coasters off in further detail later on. So I appreciate you watching and everything like that, taking time out of your day. You guys keep on playing the video games you love and having the fun that you want. And I'll see you in the next video.